You are not alone. This is the Resistance.
What's up, everyone? This is the Tin Man with the Resistance. If you are watching this, you are the Resistance. And go Power Rangers. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes do not deceive you. This is the Megazord from the new Power Rangers movie. Now, why do I have this? Well, obviously, I am a fan of the franchise. Have been ever since I was a kid. I love most anything nostalgic. And to be honest with you, like most people, I'm a bit of a kid at heart. You know, we've all got that little kid inside us, and we all have elements from our childhood, whether rebooted or reimagined or not. We just love it. You know, there are those elements from our childhood that we will love till the day we die. And if you say you don't, you're a damn liar. But the reason I bring this up today is because we will in fact be talking about the Power Rangers movie. So, just FYI, this video will contain spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie first before watching this video, or continue watching at your own risk. Now, with that having been said, I would like to point out that I don't generally like doing movie reviews. And the reason I am even discussing a movie is not because I'm a fan of the franchise or because I enjoyed the movie, which I did. I did enjoy the movie, I will not lie. But I don't generally like getting into the dynamics of media for obvious reasons. I don't like discussing media in these type of videos for obvious reasons. But this movie, in the week that it's been out, has stirred a ton of controversy. For one simple reason. The character, the Blue Ranger, Billy Cranston, originally portrayed in the 90s by David Youst as being the geeky brain of the group. Now, this time around, in this rendition, I can't remember the actor's name, but the character is portrayed as being autistic. Now, they don't come out and say that he is autistic, but there are elements that suggest that he is. And a whole mess of people have taken issue with this, saying that the movie is poking fun at people with autism by having this type of character in their film. Now, I'm inclined to disagree. Not because I'm a fan of the franchise or even a fan of the movie, but having watched the movie and seeing the character and the way everything played out, I can't honestly say that their intention was to poke fun at autism or even those with autism. In fact, I think it was quite the opposite. I think this movie was trying to touch on two very important elements. One, as far as the character development for our main characters, the five Rangers. They're teenagers. And as teenagers go, they're faced with many obstacles in their lives. You know, relationships, school, and even nowadays, especially, you have elements such as autism that are now a prominent part of the mix. You know, most people nowadays know somebody who has autism if they themselves do not have autism. So it is safe to say that that is a predominant factor in our lives, especially for the younger generations. And for those with autism or those in association with somebody with autism, such a thing can present itself to be a major challenge. And I think that the movie wanted to convey that. They wanted to show these characters, these teens, as being real teens, with real teen problems. And I personally don't see anything wrong with it. Now, as far as the character Billy is concerned and his relation to how the character was portrayed with having autism, though they did not come out and say it, I personally don't see any elements that were poking fun at autism. In fact, despite this character admitting that he had some setbacks, with his mind, he was still very intelligent, full of love, very outgoing, and just overall sharp as a tack. He was the first ranger to be able to morph. He was the one that figured out the location of the Zeo crystal. And though the Red Ranger is the leader of the group, let's not mince words here. The Blue Ranger was the key element that brought that group together in more than one way and on more than one occasion in the film. This character had a very predominant role and, in my opinion, was done very well. Now, can I say that he did the elements of autism justice? I honestly cannot say. I know some people who have autism, but everybody is different. And how can you really accurately portray something that is completely unique to each individual? Everybody handles things differently, whether we like to admit it or not. Yeah, with autism, there are traits that are common and there are common factors at play, but everybody handles things differently. We're all unique human beings. So, in my opinion, I think the actor did a relatively decent job, and neither the actor or the writers or even the filmmakers were trying to poke fun at something as serious as autism. In fact, I think they were trying to do the exact opposite. I think they were trying to not only bring awareness to these issues, but also relate to those who do have these issues, as well as to say, hey, even if you do have these issues, you can still do great things. At least that's what I got out of it. And for those who would disagree with me, I would simply say maybe try to look at it from a different perspective. I understand, sometimes it's easy to see things in a negative light or to even say that something is being poked fun of, but maybe try looking at it from a different perspective. Look at it from the perspective in which I saw it, because I saw it not knowing that this character had autism. I didn't know this going into the theater, but I saw it, and my initial determination was exactly what I stated. Now, I understand people had different reactions to that, and that's fine. But at least look at both sides of the coin. That's all I can really say on the matter. Because I think they were just trying to relate to the younger crowds and explore these elements that the youth of today are faced with. Not only was the Billy character autistic, but You had the Red Ranger who gave in to peer pressure. You had the Yellow Ranger who was, or I should say is, a closet lesbian. You have the Pink Ranger who got caught up in the dramas of popularity and rumors and so on and so forth. And you have the wacky, off the wall Black Ranger who is faced with having to take care of his dying mother. You know, all these factors, whether we like it or not, are elements for many, many people. And, there's one other factor that's pretty well prominent in today's society as well, and that's the gender identity. Now, will they explore that in the next Power Rangers movie? It is quite possible, as the cast has stated many times that they would like to see the Green Ranger portrayed in a female role. And at which point that could very well open the door to the gender identity aspect of things, considering they teased Tommy Oliver, the name of the original Green Ranger, at the end of the movie. So we'll see how that turns out. But for now, go ahead and leave your thoughts and opinions, and let's keep the conversation going. And until next time, this is the Tin Man with the Resistance. If you're watching this, you are the Resistance. It's morphin' time.